What is good, YouTube? This is going to be another unboxing video, and it's probably one of the better unboxings that I've done on the channel, and there's some pretty freaking awesome stuff in this one. I kind of forgot what some of it was until I got it and looked at it. But yeah, there's pretty sweet baits, some rods, and no, I don't think that's real. Anyway, let's get to it, because where I'm filming at here is not exactly the best place in the world to do unboxings or any kind of filming for when you need some quiet place to do it. So let's get to it. All right, starting out is a rod that I bought to replace my Daiwa Presso, which I broke the tip off of, and the rod's still perfectly fine and usable, but my OCD was just driving me up a wall and I needed to replace it. This rod here is a semi-new to the American market. It's a Daiwa Tatula 6.4 Ultralight Fast. The specs on it are 1/64 to 1/8 of an ounce. Now that is super light. And line rating 1.5 to 4 pound test. Now that is super light for an ultralight rod. But we'll kind of look at the rod real quick here. Super short butt section, which is something I really like on a rod. Got a hook keeper down here, which I really don't care for that much, but it's not too bad. I usually hook into the little frame behind the guides here, but it is a two-piece rod. The ferrule is just above the first eyelet, and one thing I noticed about this rod is the diameter of the blank changes at the fifth guide from the tip section. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, how much thicker it is here than it is here, and then it just gets down to almost nothing here. This rod is super light and sensitive, so we're going to test it out here pretty soon. I took my Daiwa Revros LT1000 and 4 pound Creek Life Lure braid and put it on this rod just because I wanted something super light. Honestly, was thinking about doing some 2.5 pound tests, but I don't have any, and I don't even have 2 pound tests, so I may have to change that in the future. All right, next up is a rod that was sent to me by Cast King because I had broke my medium light Cast King Kestrel rod and told them it was 100% my fault, and they were like, well, which rod do you want? So I looked at the options that they had given me, and I decided, you know what, that's it. This is the Cast King Royal Legend Pro bladed jig rod. It's a 7-foot medium fast 2-piece rod, and this thing is just freaking gorgeous. Like purple with a hint of blue in there. That is just a gorgeous rod. And I paired it with the Cast King MGTI Elite reel that they had sent me here recently. But the two things that really impressed me with this rod is this grip. I don't know how well, there you go. It's kind of like the wind grip stuff, but this is just a little bit stickier. There's so many little nooks and crannies there that this soft material can grab into your hand that you're not going to drop this rod, or it's not going to slip out of your hands. It'd been nice if my camera had refocused, but it didn't. But yeah, you're not going to have to worry about this rod slipping out of your hands. And I paired it up with some 15 pound braid, which I was going to go with some Cast King braid, but I didn't have any heavy enough that I wanted to put on here. And the number one thing that really impressed me about this rod that I just like in general is right here, just above the lock nut on the reel, is a hook keeper. That is just freaking awesome. Perfect placement. Now I typically hook in right here or behind one of the guides or something like that, but that is just a really good placement for your jig or spinnerbait, jerkbait, whatever you're throwing on these rods. Now on to the good stuff. I mean, that was good stuff too, but on to the bait type good stuff. Now these are all new baits from 6th Sense Fishing, and I was really excited to see these baits in the colors, and even more so when I got them in the mail and saw them in person. But we got a couple of packs of some micro baits from them. These are the Micro Fiction 1.5s in chartreuse minnow and threadfin shad. Take one out of the pack for you, and so you can see it a little bit better. But these are a little 1.5 inch bait, which will work perfect on some ultralight rigs, and something else that I ordered here from 6th Sense Fishing. And here's the threadfin shad pattern. It's kind of a transparent bottom with darker top and some blue and black flake in there. And next up is just the bigger version of the Fiction Shad. This is the Fiction Shad 2.2 in Green Shiner and Ghost Pro Blue. Now this is just a little micro, I guess you could say, soft jerkbait type thing. And so is the next little bait that we're going to talk about here. I'll get one of these out of the package so you can see it a little bit better. And also these baits are out of their Masterclass series of baits, but hopefully you see that a little bit better there. That is just a dangerously good looking bait. Got, like I said, the Green Shiner and Ghost Pro Shad, which whenever I'm buying soft plastics, I like to keep it as natural or naturally colored as possible. Well, if it's like super muddy water, I'll go with like a dark color or a chartreuse, just to make it a little bit more obvious for them to see the bait. And lastly, for the baits is going to be the Crappie Strobe 2.1 in Pro Blue and Olive Flash. These things are they just look too good. They're almost identical to the little fries and minnows and stuff that you see swimming around when you're out fishing and up close to a bank, which is what I'm about to do. But this is the Olive Flash, tiny little bait, but that is a good looking bait. And then, of course, the Pro Blue pattern. That's nearly identical to the baits that you're going to buy at, or shiners that you're going to buy at the bait shop. That is just perfect size and color. Now, lastly, with these baits, you're going to need some terminal gear to work these and hook them up and actually catch the fish with them. And these here are the Crappie Ball Head Jig in 1/32 and 1/16 ounce. These things are just freaking awesome. They've got a fine wire little bait keeper, hopefully you can see them, just behind the head, so you don't have to worry about your bait sliding back. And that's just a dang good looking jig head right there. I forget what they cost, but there'll be links in the video description so you can go check out all of this stuff and get you some, because these are going to be some hot baits for the crappie and panfish, and even really small, like finesse bass fishing type techniques. Well, anyway, that's the unboxing, the couple of rods that I got, all these baits. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Actually, I know I'm forgetting some jig heads that I ordered off of Amazon, but they're nothing special. There's some that I've talked about a billion times in the videos, but that's about it. So anyway, if you want to check out any of these baits, there'll be links in the video description so you can go buy them or just look at them, eyeball them, whatever you want to do. And the rods also, they'll have their own links in the video description. So I hope you like this little unboxing video. I was super excited to get these and get out here and try them out. We'll see you in the next video.